We're getting 2 new Sims packs released today, and of course they're kits. It feels like there's always new kits coming out. So in case you missed it, a couple days ago they posted announcing the next 2 kits for The Sims 4. We're getting the Grunge Revival Cast Kit and the Book Nook Build Kit. I never really get that into cast stuff, but I do get super excited about new build stuff, and this book kit looks like it's gonna be really cool. The kit release schedule feels so wild to me because it really seems like they just keep coming, and it happens so fast. They announced these 2 days ago and they're already coming out like right now. They're saying the kits are available for purchase right now, but the last time this happened, the entire EA app was like completely broken. I'm gonna try and search for them and see if we can find it. Okay, yeah, see? They did post a link. Grunge Revival and Book Nook kits are available now. Oh, I really like this. I love how the bookshelves look. Okay, I'm so excited about this one. Buy now on EA app for Windows. Okay, so I couldn't buy it on the app, but it's letting me buy it here. I do realize this is like a very, very weird problem to have. I don't think most people are trying to buy these kits the second they go up for sale, but some of us have YouTube videos to make. So I am. I opened my game, but I don't think they're installed. I still can't see them in the EA app, but I did hear that I think the gallery is back up. So they did some maintenance, but I'm pretty sure that it's back now. And I think it should be loading better than it ever did before. You know what? I feel like it's loading faster than normal, even like looking at my own stuff. I wonder if I can load through like some of my old builds, because I have trouble sometimes getting access to my own old stuff, but I feel like this is running a lot better than it used to, because sometimes I would filter by things and it just like wouldn't show me all of my own builds. Okay, yeah, like this. This is not showing me all of my own builds. Okay, never mind. Still having problems. Sort by newest, I can see 1. Sort by most popular, I can see 2. And I know for a fact that I have more than that, and they're not here. Okay, never mind. The gallery, still weird, but I will say that it actually does seem to be loading a little bit better. They had the gallery down for maintenance for a couple of days, and it just came back up. They were supposed to like switch the servers and stuff. I think they did like some pretty huge gallery maintenance. I'm sorry if you didn't hear about that in advance and it like totally ruined your day, because I know it sucks to not have access to the gallery, especially if you're like trying to find your Sims a new house or like find a restaurant to play in. We really get used to having like so many options. Oh, I think they're downloaded. Okay, well there we go. We can open the game again. But yeah, you kind of forget how hard it is to play without the gallery once you're used to the gallery, and then it gets taken away from you for 2 days and you start to appreciate it. The gallery still sucks a little bit though. I mean, it really does need some help, so I'm glad they did this. But anyway, we have 2 new kits to look at. We have the Grunge Revival Cast Kit and we have the Book Nook Build Kit. And I think I want to start with the cast one because I'm less excited about it, and then save the good book stuff for last. Welcome to the Sims 4 Grunge Revival Kit. It's in the fit. Whether these clothes were found or passed down, these slouchy silhouettes and faded jeans are now yours to make new styles for every frame. And embrace the unpolished. Challenge expectations with a wardrobe that's all about experimenting with effortless, confident fits. Okay, the Book Nook kit says a reader's retreat. Arrange stackable bookshelves and decor in a way that suits your Sim style, whether that means a light-filled window seat or a cozy hideaway in the corner. And comfy and cozy, sink into a good book and a cushy sofa. This kit features plush seating with soft, relaxing accents that'll help your Sim unwind. Okay, all right, let's take a look at what actually comes in this kit. I didn't look at the previews on the main menu or anything. I've only seen the 2 promo screenshots, so I haven't seen like item lists or anything. I'm seeing 10 shirts so far for the feminine frame. We have this kind of cute tank top that's cropped. Oh, I like that tie-dye swatch. And there's a couple plain swatches as well. Do you know what? A nice plain cropped tank top like this is actually much desired. I feel like we don't really have a lot of things like this, especially looser fitting things like this. So I'll probably use that a lot. Then we have this t-shirt that is kind of like rolled up in the front. It's got a few different swatches on it. Again, nice to have some plain swatches, but it also has a couple cute like patterns. I like this llama crossing one actually. Then we've got this nice oversized hoodie, which is another thing that I feel like we don't have any of. There's like 1 from a kit, so it's nice to have some more options of oversized stuff like this. I do kind of wish it had a couple more plain swatches. I like these, but it'd be nice to have just like a plain oversized hoodie, you know? I do like the vibes of this though. I think that these with the drawings are kind of cool. This is sort of like a nice sweatshirt crew neck sort of vibe. Ooh, oh, I really like this green green swatch. I like how it's a little bit longer as well and kind of like rolled up at the sleeves. Then we've got this t-shirt. It's cool. It's like 2 shirts put together. Oh my gosh. And this one is like one of the university logos from the university pack. There's a couple versions like that as well. Oh, I kind of like this one. And there's a couple plain swatches of it too, which is good. We've got this t-shirt as well. I like the texture on that actually. That looks pretty nice. It comes in a couple different swatches. Ooh, I like the stripes. That's cute. Wait, I like these the best. That's really cool how it's like half and half with the different patterns. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna use this one a lot. I can see myself using this a lot. There's some kind of plain black swatches too. We've got this sort of cropped top. Interesting. Oh, I really like that purple and green color. That one's cool. It also has some plain like solid black, white, and gray sort of swatches, and then some other like different patterns. We have this nice oversized jacket. This is the kind of thing we don't have enough of. We need more stuff like this. The layers of this actually make it look like you could wear it in the wintertime too. I feel like we don't have very many denim jackets that look like they would keep your sim warm because so many of them are like cropped or the sleeves are rolled up. This outfit with like the sweater and the shirt and the jacket actually looks kind of cozy. Oh, I like this with the purple and the green. Ooh, and this one is really cool. Wait, I like this pattern also with the checkers underneath. And then we've got a nice t-shirt as well. This is one of those things where we really don't have like any loose fitting t-shirts in this game. All of the t-shirts, especially the feminine frame t-shirts, if you look at like the base game t-shirts, all of them are kind of fitted like this, which is fine, but I want to have more stuff like this one from the kit. So I'm super excited about that. It looks like we got one dress. That's okay. I kind of like it. I was excited about this from the promo pictures because I loved the idea of the backpack. When you look at the backpack, it's like so tiny. It's so skinny because it's like fitted to your sim, obviously. They're gonna be like basically flat, but that's okay. I still like how it looks. There's a couple sort of plain swatches. I will say that I don't really like the texture on the dress that much. I feel like the backpack looks really good and then the dress doesn't look as good, but I still like the vibes of this. I can see myself using this dress, especially in this swatch, all the time. We did also get a few pairs of pants. There's 4 for feminine frame sims. We've got these little shorts, some nice simple denim shorts you can't really go wrong with. We also have this longer pair of jeans and I kind of like the fit of these. They come in a few different swatches. Ooh, I like that purple one. I really like these like patterned versions as well. That looks pretty cool. Then we have these pants kind of in some more fun patterns. And we've got these little shorts as well in a couple different colors. For shoes, we got 2 new versions of some sneakers. These ones have like a little bunny on them. Ooh, look at those. I like those. And then we've got some other kind of plain colors. And then we've also got these shoes that are a little bit taller and have some more pattern. Ooh, do you know what? We don't really have a lot of funky shoes like this. This is kind of fun. I feel like I just give my Sims plain white shoes all the time. So I'm kind of gonna like having some more options. I like these purple ones a lot. We got one new bracelet and it's like a little scrunchie on your Sim's wrist. This is a really fun idea. I would like if they did more stuff like this. It comes in some kind of cool swatches too. I can see myself using this a lot. This might be like one of my most used items from this pack. Oh, this is chipped nail polish. Oh, I totally could not tell that from the screenshots they posted. I could tell it was new nails. I didn't realize it was gonna be chipped like that. That's a really fun little detail. I'm so glad they did that. It comes in some good colors too. Me right now with my chipped red nail polish. I like that a lot. We also got this hat. Ooh, I feel like there's something about the hats in this game that feel like they sit kind of weird on your Sim's head. I don't know how to explain what I mean by this, but there's something about the hats that I always feel like is just kind of weird. I do like this one though, and we don't have a lot of beanies like this, so that's gonna be kind of fun to have. We got a couple new accessories as well. So we have this new earring. It comes in a few swatches. I feel like they've really stepped up their game when it comes to accessories recently. Like we've gotten some pretty cool stuff. Then we got this new pair of sunglasses, and we don't get sunglasses very often, so that's kind of a fun addition as well. I love looking at the logos they make because there's like little fake brands on the side of the glasses. And then we also have this cool necklace. Oh my gosh, this is one of, I think, the better necklaces they've made in a long time. Sometimes the necklaces sit so weird on your Sim, but this one actually fits really well, and it's got some kind of cool swatches. These are the styled looks they made. So we have this version, there's a couple different swatches on it. Oh, that's the only one. Okay, this is the single styled look they made. It looks like the masculine frame Sims have most of the exact same stuff. I'm really glad they've been going towards this, where like the clothing is kind of made for everyone. This is a huge improvement to how it it used to be. And they've actually been working on it to make it so that these things actually fit both frames. Cause like obviously you can put any piece of clothing on anyone, but sometimes it looks kind of weird. This is a bad example because this fits the sim just fine, but sometimes the clothing you put on the sims on the opposite frame like has weird clipping, it like gets kind of pointy in places. So I appreciate them trying harder to make it so that all the clothes work for everybody now. Looking through all this stuff, I feel like this shirt and all of the accessories are probably my favorite things out of the whole kit. I really like the scrunchie, I love the nails, I like the jewelry a lot. The clothes are cute, but they don't stand out as much to me as those other things did. Oh, I like this jacket too, actually. I love this jacket. And you know what? The t-shirt is a silly thing to say, but I do like the t-shirt. We've got most of the same pants options as well. So we have the jeans, we've got these, and then we also have the shorts. Oh, wait, look. Oh, there's leggings. I didn't notice this before. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's another accessory. Well, there you go. Point still stands. All of the accessories are my favorite parts of the pack. We've got the same shoes for masculine frame sims. Ooh, you know what? I really like this styled look. I like the purple one. That looks cool. Yeah, that looks really good. I think I like this cast kit. It's not my favorite of the kits. In general, Create-A-Sim stuff just isn't my favorite really anyway. What I actually am excited about is the build stuff. So the other kit that came out today is that Book Nook build kit. And this is maybe the most excited I've been about a kit in a long time. The greenhouse kit kind of excited me, but this one, the like modular library stuff is really cool. So I've got kind of high hopes for this. Okay, I'm seeing like 24 items here. We've got a couple of couches and chairs. There's kind of like a matching set of little fuzzy chairs and couches. So we've got this chair, and then we have this couch that has that really adorable blanket draped across it. I really like that. And then this one I think is made to be built into the wall. It kind of could work as like a window seat. I really like the little pillows on this. I feel like it's so cozy looking. And you know what else? This is a good example of like neutral but still colorful, because this isn't like aggressively bright. They had this phase where everything they made, and I'm not kidding, everything they made was colors like this. And that's nice, but you just can't use that as often, you know? This has some color to it, but it's not like too much. It's not too in your face, so you can use this a little bit more often. Let me build a wall so I can see it all inside instead. Okay, so there is a new wallpaper. We have this like really nice new wooden paneling. You know what? That is such a simple option. It's just a nice plain wooden wall, but it has like matching wood swatches with the base game stuff. I feel silly being excited about that, but like genuinely, it's just a nice wood wall. We need stuff like that. Okay, as far as other stuff goes though, we've got a couple tables. We have this little round table, kind of like an end table. When I saw this in the picture, I was wondering if those books were attached to it or if it was like a place you could slot things. I actually kind of like the books being attached to it. It comes in a few different wood swatches. Do you know what's interesting? There's two swatches of the same wood color, but it's got different book colors. So it's got like a medium brown wood, a dark brown wood, a light wood, it's got white, and it's got black. So not like a ton of swatches. I kind of wish it had more, but that's okay. I like the colors. We have this new coffee table that has books like attached to it in the middle. It has those same swatch variants, couple wood tones and a white and a black. I really like this coffee table though. I like the shelf underneath. I like the books. I also like the shape, how it's kind of rounded. This might be one of my favorite tables we've ever gotten. I can see myself using that a lot. Okay, this I think is a wall shelf. Look at that. It's a little book wall shelf. And then I assume you could probably stack those, right? Well, doesn't want to do it on its own, but you could probably try and stack them a little bit. And I think that stuff slots to it so you can put things on top like an actual shelf. That is a really fun little feature. It's got some pretty good swatches too. And how much is it? It's only 55 simoleons. I feel like I'll probably use that a lot because it's kind of a nice, cheap, like cutesy decor piece. And it's hard to find wall decor when you're building cheap houses. This will serve the same purpose that like a wall clock does for me, you know? Random little tiny wall. What do I put there? I don't know, books. Just put some books there, fill it up. We've got a couple other clutter things. We have this little empty book basket, and it's got a couple really nice swatches. I like how different the book covers are. I like this one the best. That green is so pretty. There's a very tall stack of books as well, and it comes in a couple cute swatches. Look at the pink and blue. Oh my god, and it stacks? Wait, you could make like the tallest book stack you want with that. You know what? That is gonna gonna be a really, really cool thing to add into rooms like this. Maybe not that tall, but I like the idea of stacking up some books. Even for building like wizardy rooms and stuff, the idea of like stacking up some towers of books feels so cool to me. Okay, we have this little self-care book tray, and it's a little open book and a coffee mug. It has some cute wood swatches. There's a pink swatch. We've got white, black, and then these ones are like kind of a marble. That's really pretty. We have another book basket. This one has a plant in it. This might be one of my favorite clutter items they've ever added. I don't know what it is. I really like this. I'm gonna use this everywhere in my builds. Like on the kitchen counter, on your side table. This is gonna be so useful. We also got this little storybook house stand, and it's a house-shaped book stand. There's a book on top and then some books in the middle. And it comes in kind of those same swatches, but there's some different book variants. Oh, look! Oh, it's the same books that we have in this. That's kind of cute. I like that because it's almost like unexpected clutter. Like, I'm not surprised by these baskets and trays, but this is a little bit different. It is so nice to have more bookshelf clutter. You really underestimate just how good some book stuff can be in this game. Then we also got this print, and I have really high hopes for this. This is a book print. Okay, they're like copies of best-selling novels. I was hoping there would be a bunch of different swatches on here. Okay, there's a bunch of different book covers and a few different wood swatches. See, this kind of thing, nice, simple stuff like this is so useful. You really underestimate just how good it can be to have like a plain picture. I really like this. I think this yellow one's my favorite. And of course, it's the one that doesn't have a black frame. Why? I don't understand why some of these have 2 frame swatches and some have just 1. It makes no sense to me, but whatever, okay. I like this one. We have this little book clutter. It's an actual bookshelf so your Sims can read from here, and it's got some kind of cute bookends. That is really nice, and it has some pretty like pastel swatches. We got this cool lamp. I don't usually like a lot of the floor lamps we get, but this one is sort of small. I like that sort of marble vibe on it too. That's cool. I can see myself using this. We also got this little tiny table orb. It's a similar lamp, but it's a table lamp instead. Has all the same swatches. This right here is a little plant. It's called the fire hazard. Is it aesthetically pleasing? Yes. Will it get a lot of likes to be posted on Simstagram? Absolutely. It's got some precarious candle placement. Yeah, that's a bit close to the leaves there. This is so cute. Oh my god, it just started pouring down rain outside. Sorry if you can hear that. But this is really adorable. Oh, there's some clear vases and some solid color vases as well. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna use this item all the time. I think that and all these little clutter things are gonna come in so handy for decorating. Yeah, okay, it's like really pouring now. That's fine. Okay, couple more things. We've got this rug, and this rug I was very excited about from the screenshots because I always want more like plain rugs in this game. Unfortunately, it is very plain. There's only 5 swatches, but that's okay. That's okay. I like how it's sort of just a plain, like creamy color, but it still has some pattern to it. This is exactly the kind of rug that I want more of in The Sims 4. I desperately want more stuff like this. Just some like nice neutrals. If this rug also came in a handful of pastel colors, like maybe a pastel pink, a pastel purple, maybe like a sage green, it'd be perfect. I would love it. Okay, and there's one last thing, perhaps the most important thing. We have all of the modular bookshelves. So we have a partially full one, a completely full one. We have like a medium-sized one, a small one, and then there's a couple other variants of these small ones and another variant of the medium one. And it totally slots together. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. So you can like stack the bookshelves on top, and you can make this as tall as you want it to be. Oh my god. So you can totally customize this. Oh, and look, that's kind of interesting. The full ones and the big ones are classed as bookshelves, and the other ones are classed as just regular shelves. But anyway, you could take this and you could like totally customize a full wall of books. What swatches do they come in? Oh, there's loads. Okay, so we have a couple different variants of the wood colors, and each version has 3 book colors it comes with. So we have like the medium wood with 3 colors, the darker wood with a couple colors, this lighter wood has a few colors. Ooh, look at that. There's a white swatch as well with some colors. Oh, they're like rainbow. Oh my god. Oh my god. So there's like kind of random color placement, plain neutral, and then a couple rainbow organized versions. And then there's also a black swatch too with the same. Oh my god. I didn't even think about that. Like if they only had the one variant of books, I wouldn't even care. I didn't even consider being able to like adjust the book swatches in here. This is so fun. Bookshelves are like one of my biggest complaints about The Sims. I need more stuff like this so bad. Because when I'm building libraries, I almost always end up using this bookshelf, and it only has 3 swatches. But like, this is kind of similar vibes, you know? It's just that this one has so much more customization options. You can do so much more with this, and they're cheaper as well. This is 2,000 simoleons. No, this is so cool because you could like make a completely like custom built-in bookshelf. I want to try and build bookshelves around this window quickly. And I can use all these different sized pieces too. Look at that! There's like a full bookshelf surrounding the window. Or wait, hold on. Okay, wait. You have to like separate it. Hold on. It's all modular like Dream Home Decorator is, so it's kind of annoying to like take apart. But you could take that and then you could put this, the new couch, in there. And it looks like it's built in. Wait, look, we can fit the window perfectly to it. No. Look at how cool that looks. And that comes in the same wood tone. This has absolutely made my life. I am gonna use these bookshelves so much. It's gonna like become a problem. I'm gonna be so obsessively using these bookshelves that it's gonna be an issue. I really, really, really like how this looks. To me, that is like the most beautiful thing. I'm kind of curious to see how they use the bookshelves because they always give us like a default room to show you some examples. So here's what they did with it in that default room. Ooh, oh cool. They put the bookshelves around the door and then around the window. We've got kind of like this cute little reading nook. Oh, they put the light on top of that wall shelf. Okay, looking at this, I think my favorite items in the whole pack are obviously the bookshelves. I cannot get over those. Also, this plant with the candle and this little book tray. No, this book tray. I don't know. I really like this kit. I don't think there's a single item I don't like in the kit. And there usually is at least something that I'm not obsessed with. I honestly think that I like every single one of these items. I think that this is probably by far my favorite kit they have ever made. And I've not even actually built with it yet. So when you compare these kits to the other ones, this Book Nook kit has 25 items in it, 24 build items and then 1 wallpaper. A lot of the other build kits, like the greenhouse one, greenhouse had 27, but like also these windows were for multiple wall heights, so it's not really a new item. It's like the same item in different wall sizes. I love the pastel pop kit as well, and this one has 24 items. So they're all very similar in size. I always try to look at that when I'm trying to decide if I think a pack is worth it or not. Because like comparatively, does this kit check out with the other kits? We can talk all day about how $5 is too expensive for a kit, but compared to all the other kits, I think that this one is like worth the money. It doesn't have less than the other ones, if that makes sense. When it comes down to picking kits, it's really like so up to personal preference. Like so many of these things are such different styles. You might hate the vibes of the pastel pop kit. This might just not be your furniture style and you would never use it. And you might instead love the industrial loft kit, you know, like it's so different based on what you like and what you use. What I will say is I think this Book Nook kit is probably one of the most versatile of the build kits they've done. You can even see from their screenshots, they use like this more modern promo image and then this more like cozy old style promo image. Because they're just like some plain wooden shelves, you can use them in a lot of places. You can also use this like so easily in community lots. This could be great for a library or a cafe. It's great for your Sims house. Like I can really envision myself using these kits all the time. Even building like the new rec centers, the ability to like completely customize the size of the bookshelves for a library or reading type space is gonna be so useful because you could fit this literally anywhere. It can be as big or as small as you want it to be, and you really can't go wrong with like nice simple book clutter, you know, because you can put that anywhere too. You could put these book baskets in your teen's room or like in a doctor's office. I feel like a lot of this stuff could be used in a lot of places. As I'm kind of thinking about it again, I really do feel like this book kit is my favorite one so far. I would probably list the Book Nook kit, the pastel pop kit, and the greenhouse kit, maybe in that order as my favorites, and then closely followed by the clutter kits because I kind of like this stuff. But I am really happy with this one. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of fun building with it. And then with the Grunge Revival cast kit, this one's got 25 items in it. A lot of the other kits, like the Simtimates one, this underwear kit had 24 items in it. First Fits kit also had 24 items in it, so they're all kind of similar in size as well. I knew I wouldn't dislike the stuff from this kit. I'm not like completely blown away by anything from it. I will say the accessories and the shoes are probably my favorite parts. And every time I do one of these, I feel like I'm constantly sitting here like, oh, I wish there was more plain swatches, which is probably more of like a base game problem. I wish that we had some more like plain hoodies, plain t-shirts, you know, stuff like that. Because I don't really want every single pack ever to have only plain stuff in it. It's nice to have patterns sometimes, but I feel like we're lacking in a lot of basic areas like that. And that's why I'm feeling that way. We shouldn't be lacking like a plain hoodie, you know? I need a plain oversized hoodie. Is that too much to ask? But anyway, if you like this style of clothing, I think you'll like this kit. It's hard for me to recommend the Create-A-Sim stuff to you guys because honestly, I just don't really care that much about it. I've never been a huge CAS simmer, and some people are the complete opposite and they like spend all their time in Create-A-Sim. That's just not me. I care way more about build stuff. This is the kind of thing that I probably wouldn't have bought if I weren't a YouTuber. If I'm being honest, I probably wouldn't buy any of the Create-A-Sim kits if I weren't a YouTuber. And that's not necessarily a diss on the Create-A-Sim kits. It's more just like that's not my thing, you know? In the same way that this book Nook kit might not be your thing. So hopefully that helps you make some decisions. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts on these kits are. It's always so interesting to find out which ones people think are best and which ones they prioritize. I feel like the greenhouse kit went over really well. Based on my Twitch chat, it seems like everybody really loved this one. And it seems like a lot of people might feel the same way about this book kit. So let me know in the comments. And I think on that note, I'm gonna end this video right here. And I actually wanted to update you all because I had mentioned that it was the last week of our big fundraiser for St. Jude. And I did our last fundraising stream yesterday on my Twitch channel. And I cannot believe this, but we ended the month with $515,000 raised. And that's just on my Twitch channel in the last 30 days. I cannot wrap my head around that number. It is unbelievable. I just want to thank you all. Anyone who came to a single one of those streams in the last month, I really, really want to thank you for helping support us. It is so cool what we can do together to help those kids. So thank you, like from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I'm gonna link our fundraiser down below if you want to go check it out, and I'll have my Twitch channel linked down below too. And I also post all of my live streams onto my second channel called lilsimsie. I re-upload them all there, so if you want to watch any of the fun stuff back, I'll have that linked for you too. But truly, thank you, thank you, thank you. And on that note, I am gonna catch you all tomorrow, okay? Bye, everybody. You should have seen me yesterday absolutely sobbing when I got off stream. I cried a bit on stream too, but after I ended stream, tears flowing.